I am superior. Nothing can beat my, ooh, I'm cooler than you haircut and my intellect. At least according to my mom. And nothing can beat my $1 million kicks here. As you can tell by now, I'm diagnosed with an illness that can drop my math grade from a 63.9 to a 63.8. It's called helicopter parenting virus. Now let's get serious. Helicopter parenting is a big deal, and it's nothing to laugh about. It can spoil a child as they grow. So let's plan it out. First, we'll give ourselves a pat on the back for getting this far in my speech. Next, we'll understand the consequences that helicopter parenting has on a growing child. After that, we'll answer the biggest question we all have. Why? And lastly, we'll slap away at any compliments, and we'll see what we can do to avoid helicopter parenting. Consequences. There are always consequences. According to Washington Post, those college students with helicopter parents had a harder time believing in their own ability to accomplish goals. Seriously, parents, by doing this, you're giving your children the feeling that whatever I do, my mom will come to the rescue. Or they may be thinking, whatever I do, my dad will bring along his fishing pole to discuss my feelings on a fishing trip. That's not how life works. According to Huffington Post, baby should sleep next to your bed if you want to make sure she's safe. Baby should sleep in her own separate room if you want to make sure she's an independent person and gets into a good college. A child is like a tree. When they're young, you teach them to stand strong in the wind. When they're a teen, you add that extra fertilizer to help them grow. And when they're in college, depending on how you parented them, they'll work independently. And finally, when they're an adult, they'll come back to you to help you out. In other words, a child should be independent, or else that extra guest bedroom you planned for before your retirement will be occupied. Ever heard of the proverb, learn from your mistakes? Every elementary school teacher, middle school, high school, and even college teacher says that at least 20 to 30 times every year. Learn from your mistakes. Learn from your mistakes. Don't worry, it's only a mistake. Learn from it next time. If a child never understands the meaning of mistake and they never experience pain or anything wrong, they'll develop a fear toward it. So if a child brings math homework to a parent and asks, how do we solve number 1? And if the parent gives out an answer, the child never understands the concept. And the child starts getting that fear that now if I have to do this myself, I can't do it right because I don't know how to. According to aspeneducation.crchealth.com, as a childhood without a skin knee. Really? At age 13, having training wheels on your bike is a big deal. Children have to understand pain and mistakes. That's experience. That's life. Now, I'm going to address the biggest question. Why? Why do parents care so much? Parents want us to get 100 on the math test, 100 on the science test. They want us to achieve big things, like winning the spelling bee, winning a geography bee, winning the science Olympiad, solving world peace. The reason is because of you, the children, like you, and even you. What a parent doesn't understand is that helping doesn't necessarily mean answering. So when a question comes up on a test, a child should be able to answer that question themselves. And now let's look at some solutions. Helicopter parenting is a big thing and is mainly guided toward parents that are overprotective. But as a child, we can do things too to avoid this from happening. So let's start with the parents. Parents, when a child brings a homework question to you, you should guide them in the right way. Show them what they should do. Don't give them the answer. So if they bring up fractions, for example, in their math homework and ask, how do I solve this problem? You don't go and say, the question to number 1 is 2. You have to guide them and show this, you could look at this, and show them other problems to get the idea. Helicopter parenting is a big thing and is a big problem in the 21st century. And if he find a way to solve it, it won't be big anymore. Thank you.